Hi guys, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm Kishore and today I'm going to solve a classic Sudoku posted by Akash Doulani on his blog World of Sudoku. So as per feedback, this Sudoku seems to be a tough one. So let us see how our solve goes on this, and the link to solve this Sudoku is given in the description of the video. Please do give it a try and come back and watch the video. Let us see how our live solve goes on this Sudoku. The rules are normal. Each row, each column and 3 by 3 box in the grid will have digits from 1 to 9 without any repetitions. So we'll start this Sudoku now. So really symmetrical pattern in the Sudoku. Okay, 3 is in column 2 and column 3. So we get a 3. Okay, so if I look at row 1 and you have a 1 4 in box 2, so which means that in row 1 you can lock a pair right away. So 5 5 8 3 6 and 1 1 4, so which means these three digits must be 2 7 9 for the row. You have 9 in column 4 and column 6, so that's a 9, which means this becomes a 2 7 pair, and which can be immediately resolved. So this becomes 2 and that becomes a 7. Two is in column 7 and column 9, so which gives me a 2 in one of these two cells. Okay, so if I look at row 9, 9 is in one of these two cells, right? I know it's a little bit unorthodox way of marking candidates, but as long as you remember that 9 is in one of these two cells, it would be helpful in this solve. Normally, we tend to mark pencil marks inside boxes, but here you can see that I have corner pencil mark 9 in these two cells. 7 is in column 1, column 3, so I get a 7 here. I think we need to start looking at columns now and start writing candidates. So I don't see any pointing pair kind of pencil marks. There may be some, but I'm unable to see anything now. So let us start writing the candidates. Let's start with column 1. 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. So remaining digits must be 1, 4, 8, 9 in the column. So here 8, 9 goes because 1 and 4 are eliminated. And all these two cells can take both 1, 4, 8 and 9. And this cell can't be 8, 9, so this becomes 1, 4. I think it would be useful to mark a 1, 4 corner pencil mark here. So we have 1, 3, 4, 7 inside the box. And you can mark a 6. I'm sorry guys, that was a really easy miss, right? You could place the 6 very easily. There is a 6 in row 4, row 5, so that gives me a 6 here. And now we can continue with the 6, right? So 6 is in column 5 and 6 is in row 3, so that gives me a 6 in one of these two cells. And with the help of these pointing pair of sixers and the 6 given, I get a 6 here because you have a 6 here. And can we do okay, we can mark a pointing pair of 6 in these two cells, and that gives a pair of sixers in these two cells, right? So the work with the sixers seem to be done. Okay, I can get a 1 guys. That is also a simple digit that we can get. 1 is in row 8, row 9, so which means I get a 1 here. And now that is helping us because we can mark the 9 in row 9 because 9 can't be here, so 9 goes here. And can we continue with the ones? Yeah, we can continue. So 1 gives a 4 here, and that in turn gives a 1 here. So all straight away, and because of these two ones, I get my 1 here. And I can write the candidates in row 9. 1, 5, 6, 2, 7, 9. So these three digits must be 3, 4, 8. So 8 is in column 4. This is not 8. There is a 4 here. This is not a 4. And 2 can't go in these three cells. You'll notice that 2 has to go in this box. So far The solve has been very pleasant, nothing to test us really in the solve. So we have 1, 2, 9, 3, 4, 8. So remaining digits are 5, 6, 7. So this must be a 5, 7. This must be a 6, 7 because you have 5. This must be 5, 6 because of 7. So 5, 6, 7, 1 and 2. The remaining candidates must be 3, 4, 8, 9. I get a 3 here. And okay, I can resolve this pointing pair of 7s. 7 has to go here now because 7 can't be here. So 2, 3, 7, 1, 5, 6. You have a 4 here. So this becomes 4 and these must be an 8, 9 pair. And that 9 resolves this 9 and 8. 1, 8, 9, 3, 4, 6 and 7. So this must be a 2 and a 5. And this must be 8 and 9. So we can see here that all the pairs and the digits are getting locked beautifully in places. So doesn't seem to be hard yet, right? So but as per feedback, this seems to be a tough one. So 1, 2, 9, 3, 7, 8. So which means that these must be 4, 5, 6. You have a 6 here, so that's a 4, 5. This is a 5, so that becomes 4, 6, and these become a 3, 8 pair now. I have removed the corner pencil marks and I can remove them from here as well. Now where do we start looking? Okay, let us look at row 5. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have a 3 here and you also have 1, 4 markings here. So which means this cell can't be 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, cannot be 1, 3, 4. So this must be a 5. And that in turn allows me to write some digits here. And those must be 1, 3 and 4 because I have 5, 7, 8 and 2, 6 and 9 here and a 1, 4 here. So these must be 1, 3, 4 with a 3 in one of these two cells. And 1 is eliminated, so that's a 3, 4. And 2 in column 2 has exactly one cell left. 2 cannot be here, 2 has to be here. And that becomes 8, 9. So at this point I could actually use the concept of unique rectangles. So we know that any Sudoku must have a unique solution. So it's no use solving Sudokus with multiple solutions. It's not going to give you any joy. So any Sudoku by a reputed author or from a good book or from a recognized Sudoku tournament will always have a unique solution. So now if you look at these three cells, they are having 8, 9 pair in some order, right? Now if this cell is also 8, 9, this cell is also 8, 9, then there is no way to resolve this deadly pair. You can always have two solutions to the Sudoku. Suppose you reach the solution of the Sudoku. At the end, you can always swap these two digits or swap these two digits to get two solutions. So which means I can straight away conclude that this cannot be 8 or a 9 because that would result in a non-unique solution to the Sudoku, and we know that this Sudoku is a unique solution. But normally these kind of tactics are used in competitions. So we are doing a live solve here for fun, so we are going to avoid this and see how the author or the logic is going to unfold from here. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 1 and 9. So and you have 3, 6, 7, 8 in this column. You can't have 6, 8 here. So this must be 3, 7. And this must be 3, 6, 8. Can't be a 7. So this is a 3, 6, 8. Now let us do the same thing in column 4. 1, 2, 7, 8 and 9. Remaining digits are 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't be 6, can't be 5. So this is 3, 4. And this would be all the digits from 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let us not write that now. Okay, so if I look at this row, I have 1, 4, 8 and 9 here, and these two cells, three cells must only be 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. But you have 2, 5 and 6 restricted into these three cells, which means this cell can only be 3, 7. And if I look at column 7, I have 2, 9, 1, 6 and 5, 8. So this must be 3, 4, 7, and 7 is eliminated. So this must be a 3 and a 4. Okay, I have a 3-4 pair in column 4, which means that this must be a 5 or a 6, right? Because you have 1 2 7 8 9 and a 3-4 pair, which means this must be 5 or 6, right? Let me remove the corner pencil marks. And these two cells can't be 1 4, cannot be 2 7 9, cannot be 6, so they must be 3 5 8. So if I look at this column, I have 1 2 5 9 and 6, right? So which means these two cells must be 3 4 7 8, right? Okay, so you can't have a 3 here, so this is a 4 7 8. This is a 3 4 7 8. Okay, but it can't be a 3 because you have 3 in one of these cells, which means that this will also be a 4 7 8. That's really nice. 7 8. And let me look at this box. So I think we are slowly covering all the cells in the grid with pencil marks, guys. So we may as well write some more candidates in all these cells. 2 5 6 8 9, and you have a 3. So this is 1 4 7, and this must be 1 3 4 7. 1 6 2 9 and 3. So this must be 4 5 7 8, right? 1 2 3 6 9. So this must be 4 5 7 8. So normally at this point the Sudoku should have capitulated to some logic, unless I'm missing something very simple, but there doesn't seem to be really something in here now. Okay, this cell seems to be restricted in possibilities. It cannot be 1 5 8 9, cannot be a 7, and it cannot be a 6 because 6 is in these two cells, which means this is going to be 2 3 and 4, right? I hope I'm not wrong there. Yes, this can only be 2 3 4. 5 6 2 3 and 7 and 8. So this must be 1 4 and 9. So had this been a speed solve, I would have surely used the uniqueness here, but unfortunately we can't use it now. 2 5 6 8 9. Seems to be something at this point. Okay, so I have 1 5 8 9 here and 2 and 4 here, so which means this cell can only be 3 6 and 7. Okay, so now there are exactly 4 cells left without candidates. Do we write those in as well? Oh, come on. I missed a simple thing, guys. That was really a terrible sin, you can say. We have an 8 here. This could be resolved very fast. That was really a dumb miss from me. I'm really sorry. Such kind of misses happen in live solves. I'm sorry. So 8 is here. So that gives me 8 and 3 here. This could have been marked ages back, guys. I'm sorry for that. So this becomes a 4, 5, 7 and 3. Because of this 3, you can have 3 here. So that's not 3. That's a 1 and 4. So because of the 3 here, so this becomes a 6 and a 7. Um, So what do we have now? Okay, 8 goes in these two cells. So 2, 3, 6, 8 and 7. So this can only be 1, 4, 5 and 9. Okay, so 3 can be eliminated from here, right? So you have a 3 here, so this is not a 3. I'll just remove the corner pencil marks now, guys. So we've written everything almost, so they don't make sense to stay. So we have a 2, 4 here. We have a 1, 4 here. Okay, 1, 4 pair. So many 4s in the grid. So is there something that we can do with the 4s? What is the Sudoku hiding at this point? Do we need to use coloring? I don't think with so few digits coloring will be really helpful. There is something, some maybe chain logic. Oh, this was, uh, no. I thought I saw something there, but doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, I have 1459 here, so 26 must go into these 3 cells. Seems to be tough at this point. There's surely some kind of chain, I think, because doesn't seem to be any logic. Okay, look at this, guys. 3, 4, 6 and 7. So which basically means that one of these cells must be a 4. Am I wrong? Am I right in that? So because if not, that becomes 3, 6, 7. Yes, yes, guys. So we have an XY chain. We have an XY chain, guys. So I'm going to highlight those cells. But a really weird looking XY chain. So look at these 4 cells. Now you can ask me, how on earth are we supposed to see such cells which are connected in like really weird ways? It's a valid question and it is not really easy to see. The way I saw was, I was looking for these by value candidates right? You see that all these 4 cells which I have highlighted, they are forming combination of 2 digits from a pool of 4 digits. So 3 4, 3 7, 6 7 and 4 6. So you can see that the 4 digits that I'm talking about is 3 4 6 and 7, and all these 4 cells are forming a bi-value candidate out of those 4 cells. So when you see such a situation, always try to be on the lookout if there is some chain. Now I established that there is a chain here. So, and what is that chain doing? It basically means that 7 must be in one of these cells. No, actually no. What this chain is basically doing is that 4 must be in one of these 2 cells. That is what the chain is basically doing. So if not, let us see what happens. I'll remove the corner pencil marks for that. So I'm going to show you what happens if none of these 2 cells take a 4. So if this is a 6 and that is a 3, and you can quickly see that this becomes a 7 because of the 3 here. And now you'll see that 4 6, I mean you have a 6 here, you have a 7 here, so which means that this cannot be 6 or 7. So this means that either row 2 column 7 or row 7 column 9 must have a 6, must have a 4. Even both of them can have a 4, doesn't matter, but at least one of these cells must be a 4. If not, we saw what happened, right? And another way to explain is you have a 4 6 here, you have a 6 7 here, and we are certain that 4 or 7 must be in these 2 cells, right? That is beautiful, guys. This is another way of looking at the logic. So we basically have a Y wing pattern or an XY wing pattern, but in kind of a distorted way. We know that one of these 2 cells must take a 4 or a 7. So regardless of that, these 4 cells are forming an XY wing pattern. So which means that when you have such a pattern, the common digit from the wing cells, so this is the hinge cell which is able to see both these cells, I mean these 2 cells and this cell. So this is the hinge cell, and these are the wing cells. One of those contain 4 and 6, the other will contain 4 and 7. So which means that you can eliminate the common digit from these 2 cells and this cell from the cell which sees all these cells, right? So which means that this cannot be a 4. So this is a really stylish way of explaining. So to brief, I'll explain you, it's either an XY chain. You can either look at the logic that way, that one of these cells would have to be a 4, or you can even look at this way, an invisible Y wing, right? I don't know how to name this, but I'm going to name it in the way I find comfortable. After all, names are important, not important as long as you find the techniques. So 4 6 6 7, one of these cells would be a 4 7, so which means I have an invisible Y wing pattern, so which means the common digit, this cannot be a 4. So that becomes a 5, and that becomes a 4 7, and that becomes a 4 6. And we all that we did for just getting one digit, guys. I was hoping for more actually. Okay, this guy 1 5 8 9 3 and 7. So this guy can take only 2 4 6. 4 and 6, 6 and 7, and 8 is in these 2 cells. Okay. Tricky. I was hoping the Sudoku will fall down after this logic, but that seems to be something else. Okay. Look at this quadruple, guys. There is a quadruple. Really nice. Really nice. So you have 1 3 4 7 quadruple, which means that whatever comes here has to go here. So this is 1 3 4 7 quadruple, which means this cannot be 4 7, or rather the 1 3 4 7 can be eliminated from all these cells. So this is not a 1 4. So that becomes an 8 9. So you see that the logic that we saw earlier is being established. We deduce that 8 9 cannot be here due to the deadly pattern, and now that is for sure, right? So 8 9 is eliminated there. So which means that this is not 4 7, so that's an 8, that is a 4 and a 7, and this is not okay, you have 8 here, so that becomes a 9 now. So that's a 9, that's an 8, that's a 9, and that's an 8. Beautiful. So this has to be now 1 3 4 7. This would have to be a 5, and 9 goes here. Only one cell left for the 9 in that row, and you have a 4 7 pair in these two cells, giving you a 1 here and a 4 here, and that gives me a 1 here. So we are slowly getting through the Sudoku now, guys. So 1 and 3 is in these cells, right? Okay, 1 has only one cell now, so 1 has to go here. In box 5, you see 1 has to go only this cell, can go only here. So I think now my sense is asking me to use coloring, like it's like literally the voice is just shrieking in my brain that this must involve coloring in some way, because you see that 4 7 4 7 3 7, there's too much. So either you can use simple coloring now to see the on-off status of digits, or we can use skyscraper logic maybe. Let us look for both. 7 is in these two cells, 7 is in these two cells. Okay, 7 is in these two cells, and 7 is in these two cells. Okay. Okay, still the Sudoku is refusing to budge down, guys. I mean, for speed solvers, this will look like a joke. People who are watching this video, they'll imagine, what is this guy doing? Just, guess a digit and complete the Sudoku. What is the big deal? The thing is, when you're doing a live solve and you're attempting to find the logic without guessing, that is the real challenge. So, of course, anybody can guess here. For example, take 7 here, put a 5 here, 6 here, and just continue. But that trick is not to do that. It's about finding the logic in this Sudoku. Okay, 8 is here, so that's not 8, right? Oops, too many colors. Let me remove the colors. So this is not an 8, so this is 3 5. A really tricky Sudoku, guys. No wonder people found this hard to solve logically. So I have a 6 7 here, I have a 3 7 here. 3 and 5, 5 and 6, 3 and 7, 6 and 7. Okay, okay. Do I see something there? Feels as though something is there. Okay, 4 cannot be here, guys. This could have been done ages ago again. A simple elimination which I missed. Okay, all the digits are getting now eliminated one by one. 5 6 3 5. Okay, Too many by value candidates, guys. Let us look for a chain maybe. Okay, 6 is in one of these two cells. 6 is in one of, okay, that is thing there. 5, 3, 7, 6, 4, 7. 4 here. Okay, you can't have a 7 here, guys. Tough one to see, you can say. Just a second. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is really tough to say. I'm not really sure if this is the intended logic, but this is a really sharp way of looking at the Sudoku, guys. You can look at, if you are able to look at these things visually, I would really advise you guys to have such kind of Sudokus, tough Sudokus with having pencil marks, and try to see something visually, because that really improves you as a solver. So, now can you have a 7 here? What happens if you have a 7? Because I said earlier that there is lots of 7s in the grid, and we may need to use either simple coloring or skyscrapers. So I was focusing on the 7s and how they are acting in the grid. So let's say you start with a 7 here. You have a 7 here, you get a 7 here, right? So this becomes 3, that becomes 5. So why don't I write the digits? If this is a 7, this is a 7, this is a 3, and that is a 5. And the chain stops literally right there. You have 5, 7 here. Look at this. You can't have both 5, 7 if you have a 7 here. Really tough one to see. Hope there is something better at this point, which you guys can let us know in the comments under the video. So this is not a 7, this would be a 4, which means now I think the final nail in the coffin of the Sudoku. So that becomes a 7, that becomes a 6, that becomes 4, that becomes 6, that's a 2, that's a 4, that's a 3, that's a 7, 3 gives a 3 here, and final digit in this row must be 5, which means this is a 2, and 4 here gives me a 3, a 7, a 4, and you can remove the 3 from these cells, so 5, 6, 8, and 7 here gives me a 6 here, which means this must be 8, this must be 5, that must be 6, that gives me a 5 here, gives me a 7 here, and we can complete these 3 digits just like that. 4, 4, 8, and 3. And with that, you got the message, your solution is correct, and congratulations. So to summarize, I think the sticky points in the Sudoku were finding this invisible wiving, you can say, or the XY chain, depending on how you look at the Sudoku. And then of course this step was really hard to spot, and no doubt this Sudoku can easily be guessed and completed, there's no doubt about it, but logically it's a really tough one to solve. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve this Sudoku. I had tremendous fun covering this video. Please like and comment under the video, and do remember to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.